for a new company to have common stock and maybe preferred stock, but it doesn't have a lot of series of stock. The preferred stock may have some additional rights attached to it as far as getting dividends sooner or cash distributions sooner, or if there's a distribution, it's a dissolution, they get paid first. Frequently when those when the angels and the venture capitalists come in, they take a look at the corporate structure, and they come in and they redo how stock's being done. They make changes to the corporation's articles of incorporation and bylaws to make sure that they get paid first as far as they get the dividends first. They get paid first for distributions and upon liquidation and dissolution. So they come in and they usually will make some changes themselves. That's sort of expected. So I don't think they would definitely stay away from any of the other types. But they don't want to. The main thing that they're going to want to see is not a whole lot of dilution.
But now you raised another question in my mind.
That's fine.
Okay, and that is, okay, if I give these out, how do they change when that venture capital comes in? How do the employees? You make mention all of a sudden they're going to change your whole thing, and how does that affect all of this?
Usually in stock plans, and it's very important to get any type of compensation in writing. There's some tax laws now that pretty much require it, but I have been through in the last few years several very messy IPOs for startup companies where there was the handshake that Mel referenced before, but nothing was put in writing, nothing was booked, and so suddenly they're trying to clean up their financials and their books for an IPO. And they're saying, oh yeah, well, we just said that John could get this or whatever, but there's nothing in writing. It's never hit their bottom line for financials. It really can be very messy. So you want to make sure you get everything in writing. And typically, if you have an equity plan, it's going to be in writing, and there's going to be a provision in the back that talks about how if there are changes in the capital structure, how they are going to adjust outstanding equity for those changes. So there's normally a provision that is in the equity plan itself that talks about what's going to happen if there's a recapitalization or if they issue different types of series shares, whatever, but how they're going to make adjustments to those outstanding shares when that happens. Okay.
We're going to move on with the information, and if you still have questions at the end, we just want to make sure we can get through all of the material. Sure. So.
Okay.
We will have question and answers at the end, too.
Okay, that's fine. So you want Charles?
Okay, so this is basically the part where we talk about all the things you can't do once you've decided which one you want. Basically, 409A has sort of been the bane of many people's existence since it came out about a decade ago. It covers non-qualified compensation, so it doesn't apply, and we'll go over exactly what it covers or not as far as the different equity types. But it covers whenever you have made